Proverbs, Mashal, chapter 7. My son, guard my words and treasure up my commands with you. Guard my commands and live, and my Torah as the treasure of your eye. Bind them on your fingers. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding a close friend. To guard you against a strange woman, against a foreigner who flatters with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my lattice, and I saw among the simple, I perceived among the youths a young man lacking heart, passing through the street near her corner. And he went the way to her house, in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And look, and woman met him, dressed like a whore, with a hidden heart. She was boisterous and stubborn. Her feet did not stay at her own house. Now in the street, now in the square, and at every corner she lurks. And she took hold of him and kissed him. She hardened her face and said to him, peace offerings are with me. Today I have paid my vows. Therefore I came out to meet you, to earnestly seek your face, and I found you. I have found spread my bed with coverings, colored linens of Mitzrayim. I have sprinkled my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until morning. Let us delight ourselves with love. For my husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He took a bag of silver with him. He comes home on the day of the new moon. With her many words she leads him astray. With her smooth lips she seduces him. He goes after her immediately, like an ox. He goes to the slaughter. And as in chains a fool to the punishment, till an arrow strikes through his liver, like a bird rushing into a snare, and did not know it would take his life. And now listen to me, you children. Pay attention to the words of my mouth. Do not let your heart turn aside to her ways, and do not go astray in her paths. For many are the wounded she has caused to fall, and numerous all her slain ones. Her house is the way to the grave, going down to the rooms of death. Mashal, Proverbs, chapter 8. Does not wisdom call and insight lift up your voice? On the top of the heights along the way, between the paths she has taken her stand. Beside the gates leading to the city, at the entrance she shouts, O men, I call to you, and my voice is to the sons of men. You simple ones, understand insight, and you fools, be of understanding heart. For listen, I speak noble words, and the opening of my lips is about straightness. For my mouth speaks truth, and falsehood is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in rightness, none of them twisted or crooked, all of them plain to him who understands, and straight to those who find knowledge. Accept my discipline and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all delights are not comparable to her. I, wisdom, have dwelt with insight, and I find knowledge, foresight. The fear of Yahuah is to hate evil. I have hated pride and arrogance, and the evil way, and the perverse mouth. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding, mightiness is mine. By me sovereigns reign, and rulers make righteous decrees. By me princes rule, and nobles, all the judges of the earth. I love those who love me, and those who earnestly seek me, and do find me. Riches and esteem are with me, enduring wealth and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold and fine gold, and my increase than choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of right ruling, to bestow substance on those who love me, and to fill their treasuries. Yahuah possessed me, the beginning of his way, as the first of his works of old. I was set up ages ago at the first, before the earth ever was. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no springs heavy with water, before mountains were sunk, before the hills, I was brought forth. Before he had made the earth and the fields, or the first dust of the world, when he prepared the Shemayim, I was there. When he decreed a boundary on the face of the deep, when he set the clouds above, when he made the fountains of the deep strong, when he gave the sea its limits, so that the water would not transgress his command, when he decreed the foundations of the earth. Then I was beside him, a master designer, and I was his delight. Day by day, rejoicing before him all the time, rejoicing in the world, his earth, and my delights were with the sons of men. And now listen to me, you children, for blessed are they who guard my ways. Listen to discipline and become wise, and do not refuse it. Blessed is the man who listens to me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoever finds me shall find life and obtain favor from Yahuah. But he who sins against me injures himself. All who hate me love death. Mashal, Proverbs chapter 9. Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn out of it 7 columns. She has slaughtered her meat. She has mixed her wine. She has also prepared her table. She has sent out her young women. She cries out from the highest places of the city. Who is simple? Let him turn in here. As for him who lacks heart, she says to him, Come, eat of my bread, and drink of my wine I have mixed. Leave the simple ones and live, and walk in the way of understanding. He who reproves a scoffer gets shame for himself, and he who rebukes a wrong one gets himself a blemish. Do not reprove a scoffer, lest he hate you. Reprove a wise one, and he loves you. Give instruction to a wise one, and he is wiser still. Teach a righteous one, and he increases in learning. The fear of Yahuah is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the separated one is understanding. For by me your days become many, and years of life are added to you. If you have become wise, you have become wise for yourself. And if you have scoffed, you alone bear it. A foolish woman is loud, simple, and without knowledge. For she has seated herself at the door of her house, on a seat by the highest places of the city, to call to those who pass by, who go straight on their way. Who is simple? Let him turn in here. And as far for him who lacks heart, she says to him, Stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he does not know that the dead are there. He guests are in the depths of the grave. Mashal, Proverbs chapter 10. Proverbs of Shalama. A wise son makes a father rejoice, but a foolish son is his mother's sorrow. Treasures of wrongness are of no value, but righteousness delivers from death. Yahuah does not let the being of the righteous go hungry, but he thrusts away the desire of the wrong. Poor is he who works with a lazy hand, but the hand of the hard worker makes wealth. He who gathers in summer is a wise son. He who sleeps in harvest is a son who causes shame. Blessings are on the head of the righteous, but violence covers the mouth of the wrong. The remembrance of the righteous is blessed, but the name of the wrong ones rot. The wise in heart accepts commands, but one with foolish lips falls. He who walks in integrity walks safely, but he who perverts his ways becomes known. He who winks with the eye causes sorrow, and one with foolish lips falls. The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but violence covers the mouth of the wrong. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all transgressions. Wisdom is found on the lips, those having insight, but a rod is for the back of those lacking integrity. The wise treasure up knowledge, but the mouth of a fool is near ruin. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The ruin of the poor is their poverty. The wages of the righteous is for life. The increase of the wrong is for sin. He who heeds discipline is in the way of life, but he who refuses reproof gets lost. He who hides hatred has lying lips, and he who sends out a slander is a fool. When words are many, transgression is not absent, but he who restrains his lips is wise. The tongue of the righteous is choice silver. The heart of the wrong is of little value. The lips of the just shepherd many, but fools die for lack of integrity. The blessing of Yahuah makes one rich, and he adds no pain with it. To work out wicked schemes is like sport to a fool, but wisdom is for a man of insight. What the wrong one fears comes upon him, but the desire of the righteous is granted. As the whirlwind passes by, the wrong one is no more, but the righteous has an everlasting foundation. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is the lazy one to those who send him. The fear of Yahuah prolongs days, but the years of the wrong ones are shortened. The righteous look forward to joy, but the expectancy of the wrong ones perish. The way of Yahuah is a stronghold for the perfect, but ruin to the workers of wickedness. The righteous is never shaken, while the wrong shall not dwell in the earth. The mouth of the just brings forth wisdom, but the tongue of malice is cut out. The lips of the just know what is amiable, but the mouth of the wrong, perverseness.